Alright, this is a CVT guitar lesson for, I was just looking at it. This is for John of Electric Ladyland, and this was a rare version. You had to send it to me on iTunes. Killer, man. So it's 3 pages. Everything's notated in your tabs. The feel of this might be the toughest part, so I'd honestly have to sit and practice it. I get people that ask me occasionally on these CVTs, you know, why don't I just play the whole thing first, and it would take a while really to sit and do that, but I got all the parts broken down for you. You want to tune flat. He has like a vibe effect. It's like pulsating, like the speed knob. I don't have that effect. He's got reverb, which I do have. And the first part comes in at 10 seconds, and he's just fret hand muting, just light pressure with these fingers 4 times. Pretty simple if you've done that before. Hendrix played with his thumb a lot, and he's doing that throughout this whole song. It's oops. So on this first one, it's an A major, but rather than doing this, he's taking his thumb, going 5E, and then down here it's like an F major shape. From the bottom up, it's 5, 5, 6, 7, but it's an A major chord. You want to mute the A string with your 3rd finger or your thumb, either way. So it's mute. So you're going to strum all 6, rest, and then go up, and then mute. So up, down, the down being your mute. So I relieve the pressure. You can also back the mute with your palm. Okay. Thumb up on 9E. This is a hold, so that's going to ring as you go. That's ringing. We're going to do 9B. You're going to pick, hammer 12, pull 9, and 11D. So it's... first finger 9A, slide to 11, and bar. The reason you're going to bar, we're going to go pick the 12B, hammer 14, pull 12. And then 13D to 11G. So by barring, that's set and ready for you. So double stops, a lot of them, and Hendrix is just notorious for that. And then we have, very cool, 1111 AD. You're gonna hit those 2, hammer to 14A. When you do that A, make sure your pinky doesn't come down and mute the D. We're hearing 2 notes. It's tough if you're not used to doing that. A lot of times we're hammering a secondary note below with stuff, and it's easier, you don't have to worry about that, but you really got to come at a downward angle with that pinky. 11 on the D, G, and B, which is barred anyways, or close to barring. 13D, 11D and G, 14A slide. So it's subgroup this stuff, John. That's a great subgroup. Do that with these timestamps are one way to look at your subgroups, but you can even shorten them up. That's the 19-second timestamp. 14 was the... I was missing those. So at 20 seconds in, we're going to go thumb, 3rd fret, low E, twice. This is a hold. You're going to go 3B and 5 on the high E. So E, E, hit the power chord on the bottom end, and an open G. So it's 5A with the index, and then 7th fret on the D and G. You can alter some of the fingerings. I like to put them as much as possible, but everyone's finger length is different. So it's or hit the A, and then up, down on the 7th fret D and G. If you grab the 7B in there, it's fine. Don't overanalyze that. And then 23 seconds in, we've got 9th fret low E again with the thumb. Bar the 9th fret from the G string down, and we're going to pick the E, hit the G and B, hammer 12 on the B, and pull off back to 9. So it's So here's an example of a secondary note. On the lower string it's a little easier, but this may not seem easier because the thumb can be a little bit restricting. And then bar the 11th fret on the A and D. So it's 24 seconds in, we got this little riff. 7E, short rest, 7 hammer to 9 on the A and D, open E. So this part's really cool. This is still part of the timestamp. Open B, hammer to 10, pull off back to open. When you do that stuff, be careful you don't go and hit the high E open. You can stop the pinky on the high E. This is a good way to do that. And then 9-7 DG to an open E. Okay, 7G pick, hammer 9, pull 7, and then 9D. And then back to this A major, like that we started this with on the 14-second timestamp. And this is going to go E. It's almost the same, but we're hitting a root instead of a chord. Root, rest, and then the last 4 strings, 7, 6, 5, 5, go up, and then down strum on the mute. 29 seconds in, we got our next timestamp. Thumb up on 9E. And you're gonna pick the 9B, hammer 12, pull 9. That's a hold. Keep the root note ringing. Pick the 9 with your thumb, slide it to 4. And you're gonna slide that to 4. When you get to 4, you don't have to pick that, but this awesome chord here, he goes 6D, 4G, and 7B. Keep them knuckles up so they don't mute the underneath strings. Strum those 3, slide them a whole step, that's 2 frets, and then slide it back. So it's you're doing the slide. And then 4-4-3 on the E with the thumb, and that's a quick thing. Then open G, bar the 5th fret on the B and E. You're going to slide to 7s, back to 5, back to 7, back to 5. Sounds like this. 5A index, 7 on the D and G. Pick the 5A, grab an upstroke on the 7 DG, and then a mute. Then we go to page 2, thumb 9E, index 9B, great subgroup. Pick the E, pick the B, hammer 12, pull 9. That's still ringing. 11D, open E. So obviously the thumb has to come up there. Thumb on 7E. And then this, which is going to look familiar. 9-7-10 DGB, another whole step, slide up and back. So, okay, try it again. Open E, open E. It's kind of hard to hear the first one, but it's in there. And if you were to watch Hendrix play this, it would not be exactly the same. I'm trying to get it exactly the way this was for you. 40 seconds in, so that covered the 36-second timestamp. 40 seconds in, we've got a double stop. 7 on the G and B, we're going to bar it. And you're going to strum them both. And hammer 9G, pull off to 7. Sounds like this. It goes. After that goes 7DG, hammer to 9. Notice we're hearing 2 notes. We're hearing the 9 off the D, 7 off the G. Instead of going, you should hear 2. 7A, hammer to 9. So it's, then this part's really cool. 41 seconds in, take your pick, and we're gonna go 10E, low E that is. I thought that was on, let me let me check something really quick at 41 seconds here. Yep, I gotta fix something on the tabs there. 10 E, low E, and 10 on the high E. And, oh no, that's how I had it written. We're good, we're good, we're good. I believe so. Right, I gotta make an adjustment on 2 of those notes. You're gonna pick the E and middle finger pluck the high E. So they're pinched together. You're gonna do that again, but move to 9, and then go 7, 5 on the low E. So it's, and then go 4, 4. So we have. Second fret, both E strings. So we have. Open on both the E's. But this is a little quicker. You'll go. Pluck those 2 and then go 2 E, 2 B. So it's open E and open B. Okay, come back in, thumb on 3rd fret, low E. And then over here we're going to go 5D. It's a real pretty chord. 5D, open G, 3B, 5E. So, twice on the E, strum D through high E, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Make sure you can hear the open. He's doing double G notes, which is the fretted 5th fret D and the open G. Down, up, down, 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 up, down. Timestamp 47 is 7th fret on the low E, 3rd finger. Slide to 9. Yeah, actually, it's a gliss slide, so quick. 7A and open E. And then open B, hammer 10, pull open. And then 7G, so it's. Okay, and then 9, 7, AD. And you're gonna bar the 7th fret on the A and D. Here's what happens. This is kind of tough to hear. Strum them. Pull to 7, hammer 9, pull to 7, hammer 9. So it's. Then 7, 7, AD, slide to 9, slide back to 7. Okay, approaching. We gotta open E after that, and then we've got 53 seconds on this timestamp. It's this. 710 GB, 97 DG. So open E and open EB. So it's. And then back to this, but it's a little bit different. 10 on the outer strings, both E's, to 9s, to 7s, to 5s, to 4s, to 2s, to opens, to 2s, to opens. It sounds like this. When you get to the 4th fret and the 2nd, that's played quicker. Alright, let me slow that down. Opens, 2s, opens. 58-second timestamp. We're back to the thumb on the 3rd fret, E string. And then 5D, open G, 3B, 5E. We did this earlier, it's just strummed different. E twice, it sounds like this. So down, 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 up. The down, down, up is the chord being strummed. Down, down, up, root, root, down, up, down. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. 7A, slide to 9. And then 7 on the D and G twice. Okay, page 3, we're going to go to the 9th fret A. So it's 7 DG, hammer to 9, pull to 7. So if we subgrouped all that, we'd have this. 7 AD, hammer to 9 on the A. We can go back and grab the beginning of that subgroup. 7DG, 9A down, 7DG up down. 105 is this. This is one of my favorite parts here. You're gonna hammer to the 8, leave the 8 ringing, go 7 on the D and G. So it's. Then you're gonna strum down on the 877 ADG and go down, up, down, down. So 108 is our next timestamp. This is where he starts to fade it out. 5 on the E, 7 on the A, 7 on the D, and you'll go down, 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 up. The down up will be a mute. Then go 5-5, E, A, 7-7 DG. We'll hit the top 2, top 4, and then down mute. So it's all that. And into this next one, A minor 7, no 5, or no 5 here. In the scales, what I'm talking about. Just think of it as A minor 7. It's how jazz players played a lot. 5E, muted A, and then 5 on the D and G. And I like to bar those. And then hit the E off of that, strum all 5 or all 4, and then an open E. Just make sure the A's muted. You got, and then 113, we have this beautiful chord, 5E, muted A, 5D, 5G, and 3B. You're gonna strum all 5 and whammy bar, dive bomb the chord. He goes. Okay, 114, we go thumb on 5E, it's a hold, 7D, 7-6-5-5, strum it, so it's fret hand mute down up.